Right, we're shifting focus from that big news to another news break that we're getting for you here, and we're given to understand this is regarding the murder of Sidhu Moosewala. Another car has now been recovered, this time from Dharamkot area of the Moga district. An Alto car in which the shooters had fled is what is believed. That particular car has now been recovered. It has been tracked and seized by the Punjab police. The forensic team is also going to be on the spot. And these are the visuals of that abandoned car on your screens. Mansa is where the murderous attack on Sidhu Moosewala took place yesterday in the evening. There were two cars in which the attackers had come. Sources are now suggesting that this is the car in which those attackers fled after they fired about 40 odd rounds of bullets, pumped it into Sidhu Moosewala and the two others that he was traveling with. There are at least 30 odd bullet holes on just the vehicle itself that Sidhu Moosewala was traveling in. This car is believed to be the getaway vehicle of the attackers. That has now been recovered, and this is going to provide crucial clues into who is responsible and who was behind the murder of Sidhu Moosewala. Priyank is with me for more on this. Priyank, the forensic analysis of this car is going to be extremely crucial.
Yes, certainly. This Times Now was the first channel which highlighted that how well thought strategy was opted by these gangsters after a proper recce and getting information from the insiders. They carried out this assassination attempt in which they were successful. There were three vehicles, one Scorpio, which was grey in color, one white color Bolero, and one creamish color Corolla was used to commission a crime. And all these three vehicles were dumped on the roadside by these suspects. Later on, they took other vehicles to flee away from the spot. We also got to know that two suspected vehicles were also traced down on the bordering area of Dehradun, and now we have also got to know that this is another vehicle which has been recovered by the Punjab police from Moga. So multiple vehicles being used by the commission of crime. The forensic examination can lead to the final outcome of the case when the case will finally go to the court, because the police officers are claiming that very soon they will be able to make a major breakthrough in this case. So far the teams have been constituted to look for these suspects, but everywhere the police officers are reaching, the suspects are certainly one step ahead of them. They are leaving the vehicles and changing the vehicle, and it's difficult for the police to trace them so far. So the suspects on the run, and this chase to arrest these suspects are still continuing.
Absolutely. The investigation is gathering pace. Priyank, this looks like it's a car that was abandoned in the middle of a field or an abandoned playground of sorts, really. Eyewitnesses, of course, will be tracked down by the police if they can identify as to when this car was abandoned, by whom. But it's important to note that this car does not have a number plate, Priyank, which goes on to again prove to the pre-planning that was done by the assailants. The fact that the singer and his associates were ambushed with three vehicles. There was a getaway car that was waiting for them after they fled the spot, and that too has now been abandoned. So it all really comes down to perhaps the forensic analysis of fingerprints or DNA samples that could be taken from inside the car, which could provide important clues.
See, Poonam, that will, you're absolutely right, because these things will certainly matter when the police will file the charge sheet. But at this stage, the biggest toughest thing for the police official is to arrest these accused. And the more they're getting closer to these suspects, the suspects are certainly one step ahead of them, and they are changing the vehicle, which has been seen in the last 24 hours. Now, the fact remains that how long the police official will have to chase these vehicles. Time and again, the moment they are reaching to the spot, they are getting to know that that vehicle, which was being used by these suspects, is being abandoned. Now, the fact remains that it's been 24 hours. The police officials are saying that they have constituted an SIT team, which is being headed by an IG rank officer. But it's getting difficult, I would say, for the police team to arrest these suspects, because so far there's been no arrest which has been made in this case. The DGP himself came out and stated that they have tracked down 6 suspects, but they're getting close to these suspects. The accused, who had a well-planned strategy, are moving ahead leaving the vehicles at an abandoned location. Back to you.
Right, all of that is going to be under investigation. And there are already 12 people that have been detained, Priyank. 6 in Punjab, that happened yesterday. 6 in Dehradun as well have been detained by the police in Uttarakhand. So the investigation is gathering pace. But this entire plot to commit this crime, this murderous attack and kill Sidhu Moosewala in cold blood was hatched not by someone sitting in Punjab necessarily, but probably outside the country as well. That entire web, Priyank, is now unraveling. We'll try and reconnect with Priyank, my colleague, who's getting us the details on that. But Gurpreet is also with me, and Gurpreet is reporting from Mansa. He's getting us the very latest from the Punjab police on where their investigation stands. And Gurpreet, this abandoned getaway vehicle is the latest piece of evidence that the Punjab police have recovered, and that is going to be crucial in joining the dots in this investigation.
Well, yes, of course, but officially we cannot confirm as of now. But we have learned that one Alto car has been recovered from Dharamkot village of district Moga. What we have learned yesterday, we have seen that when these shooters, when they were escaping from after executing this murder, we have seen that they had left their vehicle, and at the gunpoint they had snatched one of the Alto cars to travel from one place to another place. Some people, they are trying to connect this case with that, saying that it seems that this is the same Alto car, but as of now officially have not confirmed, and they are saying that forensic team will go and examine all the points to understand whether this is the same Alto car. They are trying to get the registration number, they are trying to get in touch with the owner so that investigation could be taken place in this specifically case. But at the same time, we have seen Punjab police had been conducting multiple raids, and a few hours ago we have seen some of the vehicle had been detained in Dehradun. So all these points are being investigated by the Punjab police. A few minutes away we have seen that one of the top cop, he has come here. He had got the CCTV camera footage from all the dabas here, because there were suspicion that some suspects had a breakfast before coming to Mansa, and on this Mansa Patiala road one daba was located there. We have seen one video was viral. The top cop has come there. He had got all the CCTV camera footage there. So they are trying to investigate all things there. And same thing from the city. They are getting all the CCTV camera footage. They are trying to get all the CCTV so that they will be able to scan these specifically two vehicles which had been seen in the CCTV camera footage. They were chasing Sidhu Moosewala yesterday, and now they are trying to connect all the dots from which side these people had entered, where did they stay, and they are also trying to get the mobile data location from the specific where this murder had taken place and from his residence where he has just moved. So all these things needs to be investigated to understand what was the conspiracy behind this murder and who were the culprits. One thing is very clear, even the local officer, they are saying that it seems that the gangsters are behind this murder. The way this whole murder had taken place, they are trying to connect all the dots, and as
Absolutely,
we have known,
it's believed to be a gang rivalry. But Priyanka, it looks like those who carried out this attack were actually guns for hire, and the ones who were ordering them were perhaps not even in the country and were giving instructions from abroad.
मैं पूछ के बताता हूँ. The investigation is continuing, but what we were also trying to tell you to our viewers, that the chase is continuing much more for the Punjab police officials. There are basically two major issues for which the law enforcing agencies right now trying the level best to sort out. One is to get the post-mortem done as soon as possible, which is being done at this civil hospital in Mansa. And the second thing is to get the cremation of Sidhu Moosewala, because there are huge gathering of crowd which is gathered at his native village. But apart from that, what Gurpreet was also trying to point out is that the manhunt for these suspects is still continuing. We have